tragic real well cave incident. In March 1997, two friends, Andrew and Attila, decided to explore Real Well Cave in Tennessee, a cave known for its deep and dangerous 160-foot entrance pit. Andrew, 32, was an experienced caver who had participated in many cave expeditions, while Attila, 26, had little experience and had only visited 5 caves before. However, Attila's enthusiasm for the adventure was undeniable. On the day of their journey, the weather was overcast and rainy, and the sound of the waterfall cascading into the pit could be heard from a distance. Despite having wetsuits in the car, neither of them thought they would need them in the cold weather, a decision they would regret later. They proceeded forward, and despite the intensity of the waterfall, both of them felt they could handle it, unaware that this decision would eventually drain their strength. The ropes were set up in the path of the waterfall, and Attila mistakenly forgot his helmet. They began their descent with great excitement and anticipation, not knowing the dangers that awaited them. Andrew went down first, and when he reached the bottom of the pit, his body started shaking from the extreme cold. Attila followed, but the cold water made the ropes slippery, and his ascent became slow and exhausting. After 30 minutes, Attila began uncontrollably shivering and told Andrew he could not stay any longer and needed to leave. Andrew, who was also weak from the cold, reluctantly agreed and began preparing the ropes for their ascent. Attila, in a panic and hurry, quickly set up his climbing system using a commercial harness and non-locking carabiners, unaware that this improper gear could lead to disaster. As Attila reached halfway up, the carabiner chain that was attached to his harness detached, leaving him hanging by the rope. His attempts to adjust his gear and climb the rope were in vain, and when he shouted that he could not continue, Andrew realized the danger and quickly began climbing toward him. When Andrew reached Attila, he found him frozen, his body paralyzed from the cold. Andrew tried to rescue him, but his efforts were futile, as he too was weakened by the cold. After several failed attempts to save Attila, Andrew decided to get him out of the cave with him, but Attila's added weight caused Andrew to lose his strength after only 15 feet. They were both stuck. Eventually, Andrew barely managed to reach a rocky ledge and unclip from the rope. Hours later, when Andrew regained consciousness, he found Attila still hanging motionless in the waterfall. It was clear that Attila had passed away. With a broken heart, Andrew cut the tether between them and climbed out of the cave alone. Once outside, exhausted and frozen, he collapsed and called for help. Rescue teams arrived and found Attila's body still suspended in the waterfall. A doctor confirmed that Attila had died from hypothermia. In his reflections, Andrew emphasized the security mistakes they made, such as the unsecure carabiners and rushed decisions. What began as an exciting adventure had turned into a tragic loss.